year, the CDC says over 80,000 people die from opioid overdose deaths in the United States. In Headland, training and education on Narcan found its way into the public library. News 4's Lily O'Brien is in Headland with more on why this is so important.
Opioid emergencies can happen anytime, anywhere. One nasal spray, Narcan, reverses the effects of opioids and can help save a life. In cases where someone is experiencing an overdose, it can draw the line between life and death. Drug Enforcement Administration testing shows 70% of fentanyl pills could contain a lethal dose. Fake pills often have fentanyl and are more lethal than ever. But fentanyl isn't the only opioid, killing tens of thousands each year. This is where ACOM's Wayne Parker comes in, and why he travels around the state to educate on Narcan use.
Here in Alabama, we tend to be more rural in most parts, compared to New York, Philadelphia, obviously, San Francisco. The bigger cities, the more urban areas, tends to have more of an impact, but the opioid epidemic is everywhere.
Parker tells me the United States has seen a plateau or slight decrease in overdose deaths. The state of Alabama, however, has seen a slight increase last year. This is why he thinks it's important to get trainings like today's Narcan training into communities in Alabama, both rural, suburban, and urban. In Headland, I'm Lily O'Brien, your hometown news leader.